So I thought this was an interesting topic. It says the truth about the 2026 album Dump. No one noticed. Um, I don't know if it's. I don't know. I'm gonna be curious. I just was curious about it because I mean we do have J Cole that dropped, Baby Keem that dropped, A$AP Rocky, Don Toliver, Boom Boom Boom. Um, I think it might be over exaggerated only because rappers drop all the time. It's just now we're having people that we're anticipating to drop for a while dropping now. So don't know if there's something going on in the music industry. I think I seen the comment where someone was just like, "Yo, they're trying to get on that GTA soundtrack." Possibly, man, I don't know, but let's see what this is about and see if I agree or not.
There is something going on in hip hop this year that most people have not noticed happening. In a span of about 2 months, major hip hop artists have dropped their albums that many of their fans have been waiting for 5, 8, or even 10 years to finally get. You see, on January 16th, after about a decade of waiting, Rocky finally dropped Don't Be Dumb.
A$AP Rocky, his new album.
Was that Officers pissing on a pole, nigga? A$AP Rocky got. I know his videos are fire, but nigga, what?
Don't Be Dumb is available right now.
Which was a debut at #1 on the Billboard 200 in its first week. Then, in about 20 days, J. Cole released his long-awaited album, The Fall Off, on February 6th, a massive 2-disc project that some have called out to be one of his best works. 2 weeks later, after total silence since 2021, Baby Keem released his surprise album.
By the way, I mentioned this in my last video. I'm kind of annoyed because I was supposed to, I was anticipating on seeing J. Cole with his Honda Civic to Boston, but he didn't come. And Baby Keem's not coming anymore for autographs in Boston because of this damn snowstorm. And I shoveled for 2 hours today.
Casino on February 20th with features from Kendrick Lamar.
Casino is finally here.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are here with Baby
Casino's a great album, by the way, too.
Keem.
Right here, right now, it's time for Baby Keem, Casino.
On top of this, many more artists, including Drake,
And The Fall Off.
Kanye, and even Kendrick,
I gotta listen to A$AP Rocky a little bit more, but it was pretty calm.
are confirmed to be dropping this
And I haven't heard Don Toliver's yet. All right, I'm gonna stop pausing the video. I'm just being annoying as fuck.
year. But why is that? Why are all of these major artists dumping out their albums all of a sudden? And why now? If you look past the music, there is a much bigger story happening with the industry that explains why everyone is dropping at the exact same time. This situation is actually divided into two very different
Maybe we're trying to relive 2016 because everyone says that was like the best year, like ever, music, life, and everything. So maybe we're trying to redo that again.
parts.
Maybe.
First, we need to look at the veterans of the game who seem to be moving toward a specific finish line. Later in the video, we'll dive into how the younger generation is using this exact moment to position themselves for something much.
And mind you, I think Drake just dropped something for Ice. I almost said Ice. Is it Iceman? It's Iceman, right? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's called Iceman, right? The album. Yeah, he dropped something. He didn't drop a song, but he hinted something. So that's probably gonna come out very soon as well.
Much bigger. The reason why we are seeing the OGs drop is because we are watching a coordinated exit from the major label system. For a long time, we've heard about how these record deals can trap an artist, but right now, the biggest veterans in the game are finally finishing their delivery requirements so they can walk away as free agents.
You innovate what these contracts are for all artists. It's not about me getting my masters back. It's about freedom.
It is a strategic move to gain total independence and own their masters. J. Cole is the perfect example of this. By releasing The Fall Off as a massive double album, he is effectively completing his entire discography with Interscope. He has been very vocal about the fact that this is his final project coming from him as an artist, even though he has promised to make music as a producer in the future.
When you hear me say, this is a suicide note, come here, look what I wrote, I'm about to kill, it's me basically saying like, man, I'm done with that. I took you to the end.
Yeah.
I took you to 29 years old,
Yeah.
because that's when Forest Hill Drive dropped.
Okay.
So I took you back to 29.
Yeah.
Then I gave you the life update at 39.
Yeah.
I don't have nothing else to say as
J. Cole.
Jermaine via J. Cole. I don't care to continue that story.
The way he is promoting it shows he is already
When did that interview drop?
done with the industry as a whole. He's been seen doing a trunk sale run, selling CDs out of his old Honda Civic, which is a clear signal that he is returning to his independent roots. Once this rollout is done, he doesn't owe the label another word, and he can finally move forward as a completely free man who owns his legacy. If you guys remember last year, Abel did the same thing with The End of the Weekend. On January 31st, he released Hurry Up Tomorrow, which served as the final chapter of his character's trilogy. But the real story happened behind the scenes when he signed a massive billion-dollar deal to sell his catalog. This was a
Billion, like he actually met 1 billion. God, wow, okay.
well-thought-out move.
Shit.
By cashing out for $1 billion and then leaving the Weeknd name behind, he is essentially leaving that entire old contract behind him.
Oh yeah, I did hear that. I think he's gonna go by his real name moving forward with his music. But let me know if I'm bugging or not.
Moving forward as Abel Tesfaye allows him to start a brand new era where he has 100% creative and financial control. He used the major label system to reach the highest level possible, took the $1 billion, and now he is closing that door to become his own boss. Rocky is also a major part of this 2026 shift. After an 8-year gap since his last album, his release of Don't Be Dumb satisfies the final delivery requirement that has been hanging over his head since 2018. In the music industry, your contract usually just pauses if you don't put out an album, which explains why he was stuck for so long, and this album feels like the last box he had to check before he could take his agency fully independent. Even the rumors around Drake's Iceman fit this theory. There are leaked documents from his recent legal battles with Universal Music Group that suggest his contract is officially up for renegotiation in 2026. Drake has spent 15 years building that empire, and Iceman is being framed as the final project to fulfill his current obligations. In fact, if you listen to his recent lyrics, he's been dropping hints about his frustration for a while now. He's mentioned how he gave the industry 15 years of his life and soul, and now it seems he's finally realized he wants out. He isn't rapping about the lifestyle, but the exit he wants to have. It seems like the legends of the 2000s have all realized at the exact same time that they
2010s.
don't need the music industry anymore. They are dumping these long-awaited projects now to clear their schedules and finish their contracts. While we see it as a great year for music in general, the artists see it as a
Yeah, it's been a pretty great 2 months, nigga. Hopefully we get some more shit coming up that's gonna be very solid.
mass exit. They are all racing toward the exit sign before the landscape of the industry shifts. While the veterans are racing toward the exit sign to claim their independence, the younger generation is sprinting toward a completely different goal. For artists like Baby Keem, Don Toliver, and Yeat, it's about filling the massive power vacuum
Did Yeet drop something recently? I don't know. I don't really listen to Yeet, but I know he's, he got his own shit going on. So shout out to him.
that the legends are leaving behind.
I mean, my shout out doesn't matter. He's much bigger than me right now. So
As the OGs step back to own their masters and focus on their legacies, these younger stars are trying to take their place. This shift starts with Baby Keem, who just broke a 5-year silence with Casino. The project feels like a calculated statement of intent. By bringing Kendrick Lamar onto the track, Keem is trying to make an album that has both his signature sound and also contain a legend besides him. The 12-track album shows a level of artistic maturity we haven't seen from him before. He's moving away from the experimental Cousin label and positioning himself as a standalone heavyweight. With a 36-date North American tour kicking off in April, Keem is clearly trying to capture the space that Kendrick and Drake used to occupy by providing that same level of high-concept cinematic rap. Following that same aggressive energy, Don Toliver has been moving at a crazy pace to dominate the charts. He set the tone for the year early with his 5th studio album, Octane, which dropped on January 30th. This was a massive turning point for his career because it earned him his first ever #1 spot on the Billboard 200. While the veterans are trying to get out of their contracts, Don is leaning into his momentum. He's even used 2026 to branch out into film, contributing Creepin' to the Scream 7 soundtrack. By constantly releasing music and maintaining a heavy presence on social media, he is ensuring that as the older generation fades into the background,
y'all think Baby Keem and Don Toliver and Yeet are like the new big three? Or Is that Big Three stuff just dead? I know Kendrick probably don't want to hear that shit, but
His sound becomes the new standard for what a superstar looks and sounds like. Also Yeet, who is currently orchestrating the most chaotic and viral rollout of the season for A Dangerous Life. He understands better than anyone that the industry landscape is shifting, and he's using that to his advantage. His marketing has been brilliant, using Sopranos-style taxi promos in New York to create a sense of mystery and danger that the genre has been missing lately. He's expected to drop a massive 22-track album that bridges the
yo, that color licked though.
gap between the underground and the mainstream. The legends are delivering their final requirements so they can walk away as free agents, while the younger generation is dropping career-defining projects to claim the throne they are leaving behind. It's a perfect storm where the veterans want their freedom and the rookies want the crown, resulting in the most packed year of music we've seen in a generation.
We'll see how the rest of the year goes, man. I kind of see what he's talking about now. So, in terms of the deals for the older heads, now they just be able to do whatever they want. Don't really have to prioritize too much within the music and letting the next generation do their thing. So, I'm just hoping the good artists, the most talented ones, get recognized for this following generation of new music in this rap genre. So we'll see what's up, though. Appreciate y'all watching.